Cheyenne Bryant got caught faking a doctorate. So she found a pastor to hand her a brand new one. But the school family that gave her this degree didn't even exist 2 months ago. And the man who's running the school has never met her, never checked her credentials or academic records of any kind, and can't even explain what her degree actually means. Let's sit with that. You've watched people get caught in a lie before, and I have too. And you watched most of them do the same thing. They double down. We no longer live in a society when you catch a person telling a lie or in the actual act of doing something wrong, that spirit of self-reflection and accountability and just a simple honesty and integrity to just say, yes, I did it, I'm sorry. That spirit is gone. We watch people get caught in lies and all they do is double down. Double down. Cheyenne Bryant has been caught faking a doctorate for months. And instead of admitting it, she keeps finding new ways to cover it. This matters because it shows us what it looks like when someone chooses image over honesty again and again. And by the end of this video, you'll see exactly how one lie about a degree turned into a fake school, a fake cease and desist, and a fake field of psychology. Here's the question, family. If a man can start a school in his living room and mail you a doctorate before he's ever spoken to you, what does that degree actually prove or even mean? Let's think about that. Think about it, family. Bishop Jaquel Pitts runs a school, that last name, Pitts, runs a school called Indiana Southwest Christian University. It opened in May of 2026. We are now in the month of August. In the 2 months since, it has given out exactly how many degrees? 1. That degree went to, guess who? Cheyenne Bryant. Pitts never spoke to her before granting that degree. He never saw her transcripts from other universities. He never confirmed that she took one single class. His proof that she deserved a doctorate was that she called herself a doctor in interviews. He decided arbitrarily to make that true after the fact. You can't make this up. That's not how earning a degree works, family. A real doctorate takes years of coursework, verified before anything gets handed out. Even an undergraduate degree, if you're in your area of specialty, requires a whole year's work. In order to get my bachelor's degree in science, I had to do a year's research on a medical topic, go to hospitals, do clinical course study under a physician to get a bachelor's degree. But somehow she was handed a degree. And some will just say, being generous to a woman who says she got burned by another school. This is what this man is saying. He issued her this degree because he felt she got burned. What I really think is that the young man had a desire to make a connection with her, and he used this. I'm going to say what nobody else may say out loud. It may be a reach, but I'm going to make that reach, because if you had nothing else to base giving her a degree upon other than your empathy that she was burnt or you thought she was burnt. No, brother. You wanted to get in her DMs and you wanted to try out some of what other brothers have tried out, and you use this as an opportunity. But I'm going to just stay on course and stop ranting and go on and say, but generosity doesn't require checking a box that says verified without verifying anything. When asked directly if he confirmed her master's degree, Pitt said he zoomed in on a Netflix video and spotted a diploma in the background on a wall. Does that make sense? He spotted a degree which we all have learned is a false degree. But he zoomed in on it, and that is what he based his conclusions on to give her credentials. And that was family, the entire process.
How many doctors of psychology have you given ever?
Only one. So literally the university was created.
And who's that one? Is it Cheyenne Bryant?
Cheyenne Bryant. The university was just established in May of 2026. So in regard to Dr. Bryant's narrative about the school not being registered, it was just started in May of 2026. So it's not going to have any type of standing online. It was just established in May of 2026.
How many doctors have you given out total since May?
Only one.
So in the history of this school, which started
in May
8 weeks ago,
yes,
you've given out one degree, and that is to Cheyenne Bryant. So if you've only been open for 8 or 9 weeks, how have you been able to do an earned doctorate? I mean, I understand an honorary doctorate because that's based on life contributions, social contributions, status, etc. But an earned doctorate is usually done through coursework. You couldn't do coursework in 2 months.
A credential anyone can invent and mail to your house isn't a credential. While Pitts handled that side of the cover up, Cheyenne Bryant was busy trying to shut down the person who'd called her out in the first place. Pastor Jamal Bryant publicly apologized for platforming Cheyenne Bryant once questions about her credentials piled up. Shortly after, he got a cease and desist letter demanding he stop mentioning her name. That kind of letter is supposed to come from an attorney. This one came from Cheyenne Bryant. So now she's faking and pretending like she's got a law degree. She signed it, Dr. Esquire, which would make her a lawyer too, except she isn't one. This woman has many faces. I think it was a movie, Many Faces of Dr. Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde. A real cease and desist carries weight because a licensed attorney is willing to put their name on it and take it to court. A letter you write yourself and sign with a fake title is an attempt to scare someone into silence using authority you don't even have. If she genuinely had the degree she claims, there'd be nothing to silence. Jamal didn't back down, and that's what led Pitts to step in with a solution nobody asked for. The letter wasn't legal protection. It was a sign that something didn't add up.
Just when people thought the controversy had finally died down, Cheyenne Bryant managed to bring it right back into the spotlight. She jumped on the viral Netflix documentary trend that's been making the rounds, and instead of putting the questions about her credentials to rest, it reignited the entire debate all over again. Her video quickly got people talking, since she was once again avoiding the real issue that started this mess in the first place. Then Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine weighed in with her unfiltered opinion that ruffled the feathers of the scammer sector of social media, which is very large, full of the folks that condone frauds and phonies. Dr. Heavenly spoke the truth and got them all mad.
Let's talk about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. And I know you saw her on, I think she was on TikTok, but it went everywhere. It seems like to me, if she does not get attention, she wants some attention. That's all I think. I think she's thirst trapping for the gram, because everybody say you could pull it up right on Amazon for $78, the cap and gown she had on. What do you think about that?
You know, from the kind of videos that I've seen, it is attention. Obviously, she's seeking attention, but she's also doing some stuff in real life. I think she's saying she's a psychologist.
She's saying that she's a licensed something, but she's calling herself a doctor.
A doctor.
And come to find out, she's not licensed and she's not a doctor. She lied. Cheyenne Bryant never earned her doctorate in psychology from the school that she claimed she got it from. And she already admitted that she wasn't licensed. So yeah, that's why everybody is saying she's a fraud.
Think on that, family. Ignoring the letter apparently wasn't the end of it. Reports say Cheyenne followed up by actually filing a lawsuit against Pastor Jamal Bryant, accusing him of defamation over what he said about her credentials. That's when his wife, Carrie Bryant, got involved. She's reportedly not backing down quietly either. These Bryants are going at it. Carrie has publicly pushed back on the whole situation and is said to be preparing to bring forward people who claim they were harmed by Cheyenne's unlicensed therapy sessions. If that's true, a lawsuit meant to protect a fake credential could end up surfacing the exact testimony Cheyenne's been trying to avoid. Not very smart, Cheyenne. Instead of walking back the original claim just as simply, but that takes integrity, Cheyenne Bryant has started leaning into something called theocentric theology. It is a concept most people, including a pastor, has never heard of.
As I'm trying to zoom it in for my audience here, but as I'm reading said letter, it explains what religious exemption is, and it says that it will allow organizations and institutions to be exempted if they have a clearly religious nature, which you're saying you all are. The one thing that it seemed to me, though, that came up at the end of the letter, if I'm not mistaken, is that they will now review your case to see if they will give you the exemption. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct. What the letter, based on my interpretation, stated that if there's anything that modifies with the curriculum that we are disseminating, there will be a further review, because the curriculum has to be strictly religious in nature in order for us to receive the religious exemption.
Okay. So as of now, you're saying that the organization has been granted a religious exemption and is accredited by the Indiana's Commission on Higher Education.
What I'm stating is that we have been granted a religious exemption by the state of Indiana, as verified in the letter. In regard to accreditation, we have accreditation, but it is not recognized by the United States Department of Education.
It traces back to institutions that aren't recognized the way a real psychology program would be. When a false claim gets challenged, there are two options: admit it was false or make the claim bigger and harder to pin down. Cheyenne Bryant picked a second. Theocentric psychology isn't a clinical field with licensing boards and oversight, family. It's a loosely defined framework nobody can hold her accountable to because there's no standard to measure it against. See, haven't you noticed a pattern? Everything that she classifies herself as puts her in a position where there are no measurements, no standards. very convenient. In a real field, she can be proven wrong. In a made-up one, no one can prove anything. The fake school, the fake legal letter, and the fake field of psychology are the same lie, dressed up 3 different ways. If this broke it down for you, like the video, share it, and leave a thoughtful comment below. I want to know, at what point does covering a lie become worse than the lie itself? And why do you think people go out of their way to protect someone even after they've been caught? Lord, this is just unbelievable. Links to the clips and sources referenced in this video are in the description below. I'm Deborah. This is Family Still Matters. And family still matters most when we're willing to see clearly and speak honestly, even about the hard things. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time, Lord willing. But I want to leave you with this final word from the scriptures. Now, the final word I want to leave you with is God's word. It says, a false witness will not go unpunished, and he who breathes out lies will not escape. That is Proverbs 19:5.